The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or a substitute for seeking professional guidance.
Miss Picky over here trying to get dressed this way. We don't know what's going on. She was normally the leader of this fray. Samantha.
What?
On the mic.
You look like Big Red. What are you talking about? Huh? Today I'm stressed out. This assignment is kicking me, but I'm going after Alexander because my head hurts. But it's okay because today we got Mr. Hot in the building. Yeah. Jerry is trying to show out, but it ain't working. Mr. Hot, what you saying?
Jerry's doing a pretty good job on the board. What?
Lies.
Jerry, nice job. Got a new camera.
Oh, yes.
Sam's on the mic. Now she gonna spit some stuff. What? Podcast club in house. Shibba dibba dip dip dip.
Do.
Don't let me improv. That'll happen.
Ooh,
Man, that was beautiful.
We
I love
definitely.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. As Mr. Odd said, we got a new camera. Shout out to the camera.
What up,
so
camera?
From now on, these podcasts will be recorded. Look out for those YouTube videos.
Yes, we got a new camera.
See, this is why you... What's this? No.
Yes, that one.
This one?
Yeah.
I'm being taught how to use sound machines.
Yes,
because I don't use enough of them, apparently.
So he's on practice.
I don't do sound effects on my podcast because, you know.
Yes, so he can put some sound effect to lively up his podcast.
I think mine's unlively enough. What you think, Mr. Odd?
I think yours is plenty lively. Sam's is even livelier than yours, and she's got a ton of sound effects going on.
I do know his Jerry podcast needs some sound effect because he be talking about shocking stories and giving his opinions. So you need those.
That's fine because it takes away the shock value.
No, it doesn't. It just makes it like, you know, when you're watching scary movie and a scene is about to get funny, they have those effects or something. It just makes you
Jump
like
scare. Yep.
Yes, it just had to it. So that's what sound effects are for.
Yeah, so we'll work on that.
No.
That's
see?
That's the one.
There you go.
We'll work on it. I feel like it's a court case, though. I don't know.
Okay, that's Law and Order. That's what it sounds like.
So how's everybody been doing? Mr. How have you been doing for this whole semester? I know it's been like a little wonky. You haven't really seen us, but, you know, we're here.
I've seen you guys. It's been crazy. We have a lot of clubs. We got a lot of events going on. This spring semester was absolutely insane. We had so much going on, whether it was student life or Office of Student Care Services or student affairs or the food pantry. Our area was swamped. Ton of club events, a lot of club fundraisers happened already just in 4 months, you know. Podcast Club did a play already in just the first 4 months, you know.
That was good. That play was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, the play was amazing.
Talk about it. How you feel about it? What do you think about it?
I think all the characters, they did a great job, which I really like. And the story itself is something that's happened in reality. So even if they haven't, you know, had that experience, the way how they owned the role, it was really good. And I really like it. And I think it pulled a string on a lot of people's emotions in the audience. So it was really good. And you did your thing, Mr. Gangster. Mr. Gangster trying to sell them in the streets.
With your front knapsack.
Yeah.
I had to play the role of that gangster. That's what the American gangster is. That little fanny pack and a tracksuit.
Gotta love it.
But it's so true, right? Isn't it? Because your character is talking about your girlfriend that you had, right? She's on drugs and she got that from her father.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that she fell into the system. That's what I call it. And then because of familiarity, she ended up with a drugs dealer, which is you, right? Mm-hmm. And you're supposed to be curing her and trying to motivate her, but you're feeding the very same thing that she's trying to get out of. But then, that's like reality for real, because that's what happened to a lot of people. And then later on, you know it's right from wrong, because, in the play, you mentioned that and everything. But you are torn between, when you look at it, how you make your money and you're a woman. So I think it's where, like, in situation like that, like in the play, because the guy said it to you, like, you're killing her off, like, you're like, or whatever. But it's reality. I think in situation like that, in speaking in reality, like when a man fall in that situation, they have to be strong, because that's where a man voice comes in, because it's either, are you going to help your woman to get off, because it's wrong, right? So you can't be doing too wrong. You're feeding the community and you're feeding at home. You get what I'm saying? So you have to be strong to try to not feed your home, that's the wife or the girlfriend, and then work and stop abusing the community and choose something else. But hey.
Yeah, I grew up in that life. That's the only life I knew. Well, that's the only life my character knew.
Yeah.
And that's like a reflection to the society as of now. A lot of people, they only know one way of life. They don't know anything else. So...
How did you get involved with that production of Daddy's Issues?
So the director was a part of the stage management crew of a different theater company I'm in. And she hit me up one day, was like, hey, I'm doing this play and I need somebody to play this role. Can you come and help me out? I said, sure, why not? I auditioned. Everybody liked me. The cast liked me. And then from there, started rehearsing. And yeah.
Was this your first time on stage, or you've been doing this for a while?
This will be technically, professionally, my 4th time on stage.
Oh, wow.
I've done 3 play productions before. And then I have another one coming up in the next month. So
awesome. Okay, what's the next one you're in?
This one is called Victory, the musical. It's a Christian overcoming story musical.
Okay. Cool.
It's an original playwright. It's new, so I'm excited for that.
That's awesome. Yeah, this one was clearly an original too. I don't think anybody's made anything like Daddy's Issues ever.
No, this is definitely one unique story that we're trying to get it told all over the place.
Sam, did you ever do any type of shows or Broadway or like anything like that when you were younger?
Yeah, I did. Back home in Jamaica, I used to do drama play.
Okay.
So I used to act. They call it like dub poet. So it's where I say a poem, not like normal poem or you rhyme and thing like that. It's like drama, tell a story. And it's so funny because your play that you did, I did when I was younger. It's called, oh my God. But it's something like, we said, Daddy, Mama, things don't look so right to you, Mama. Papa never come home last night. Mama, what's up, your head? You know what that man gonna make your job done did. So it's where the father touched the daughter when the mom went out to sleep. When the mom went, she went about her thing like that. And the daughter was trying to let the mother know, but the mother did not believe the daughter. So the daughter got depression and stuff, and then when she went to school, that's when she let the teacher know. So it was an original script that my drama teacher at the time, she wrote. So I used to do that. I used to get a lot of first place and stuff. I did get a scholarship. So in Jamaica, there's this institution. It's called Manley School of Art for anyone that does music or anything art. I did get a scholarship to go there once I finished. I guess it's called middle school here in America. In Jamaica, we call it primary school, to go there through high school or after I leave high school. But my principal at the time, she didn't assign. She got bad mind, envy, and she didn't assign the scholarship paper, so I ended up losing it. Yes, I think that was the route I was supposed to go to. And it's so funny because when I came here in 2024, I would say like 10 years late, 15, 16, whatever years later, that's when I went back into the drama when we did the first play, because we did a play in 2024 here.
Oh,
you remember that play?
This play goes wrong.
The play that goes wrong. I was in that play.
Oh,
Remember, I told you I have. I
Yeah, I
was
remember that.
the one of the main character in the
that
play.
was here.
I have the whole thing because it was video.
And I forgot, but you were awesome in that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
did
you in
that play here. Yeah, we did that play. So that's where I thought I was gonna get back into it, but then things end up falling short because the president, what she did, she deceived us, and then everything just went downhill. So I never really like continued. That's why I'm not in no media club or whatever, but I do like it. But because of that experience with the drama or whatever, I didn't. But I told myself it's because I can't do a second degree here. If I had knew about media and communication, I would have actually go down that road because I like it. But if I go to a 4-year, I'm definitely gonna pursue media.
Shit.
You better.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Mr. Odd? What do you stance of musicals and plays? Like, what you ever like play music for them? Did some score compositions for them?
Yeah, I'm a supporting person. You know, I play music. I'll go on stage like that. I have never been in a play. I've never been in a production like that. I am your crew guy. I'm either in the pit playing music, or I'm moving sets with you, or I'm running coffee, whatever you want. But I'm never gonna be on stage now. It just because I can go on stage and play the drums, but I'm not going to go on stage with a mic on my face and talk and got to sell something and like play a part. I'm not good at that. I'm a good supporter. I can play crazy loud music. I can help with the editing of videos, but sometimes you got to know when to fold them. So that's like, I'm good at a bunch of stuff. I'm not good at that. That's okay. I don't need to be good at that.
Yeah, that's good to know the unit livings because you can't always do too much.
No.
Can never do too much. I will say this: being a theater actor is one of the most difficult forms. There's no room for error. There's no room for mistakes.
Literally.
Like even for movie actors, they can make a mistake and they'll just do it over again and again and again. With theater actor, you have to get it right. You can't make a mistake, and if you do make a mistake, you can't let it be known.
Mm-hmm.
Like that night, I forgot 2 lines. I forgot 2 lines. I skipped right over it, but you guys never knew.
Well, us in the audience would never know. Did your director know, or anybody catch on?
Oh yeah, like so
Yeah,
after the
sure.
debrief meeting after that was hilarious because it was just like, all right guys, I would well know, but here are all the list of mistakes.
Someone was keeping track.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Our next show is July 25th. So rehearsals are now in order, and we're going to do character development and blocking and stuff, and get all the loose ends. It was good. We did a great performance, but it's just a lot of things was messed up.
Yeah, you see, you can tell. I mean, I realized with some of the girls that made mistake and they catch by themselves, but you just got to keep going.
What's it like for people in a production after they've just done a production? I'll give you an example. Like if I play a show with the band, if we play a band and somebody in that band was like not cool, or somebody was like, my band, they say, wait for the car. You're not allowed to say anything until you get in the car, right? You can't make any comment. Fine. What's it like with a production company? Like at the end of the production, is she giving you guys a review of how your performance right then and there? Are you allowed to talk about how it went? Or is it like, no, we'll meet up this week and we'll talk about this officially? Like you said they kept a list of all the mistakes. Did that actually happen that night, or was it like a next day kind of thing?
So it was that night. So
Wow.
the list was made and stuff like that. Everybody did the congratulations. Everyone went home. Everybody sent to the group chat. We did that. We did that one too with shout out everything. Director came to the group chat, was like, you guys did good, great performance, everything, get your rest in. But there's a lot of things that needs to be dealt with, a lot of things that need to be improved on, and we'll discuss this more tomorrow.
Interesting. All right, I guess that's how you run a tight ship.
It's not,
Angel Street.
not even that, for most theater companies, they do shows at least twice a week, 3 times a week. So
Okay.
after a show, there's really no time. Like sometimes some might go out to eat or drink or celebrate. A lot of times it's go home, go sleep, go back at it again tomorrow.
So it's more of a practical thing. Like, while we have everybody here, we better get this out now.
Yeah.
Okay. I get that.
Because next day we come in, it's not, we're not, focusing on what we got to do. Well, we are focusing on what we got to do, but we're not discussing it. It's, all right, this with the notes, work on these notes, let's go.
They're taking it on the road.
Yeah, so yes, the goal is after the library to try to take it to New York. I know she's in talking for off Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that goes.
Awesome. Yeah, for
Love it.
anybody, go ahead.
No, I'm saying I love it. It's great. Oh, she told you to give me your number. You didn't. Just a reminder.
I guess I'll give you her number so that you can get in contact with her.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm going to set up a day where I get the cast on Zoom to do interview because I talk with them. They don't mind talking more about the experience as characters and stuff like that. So look forward to that, guys. We're going to have the cast up here. Maybe some in person, most likely more on Zoom. But yeah.
They live around town?
Some of them.
Some of them.
Some like there's one girl that came from Pennsylvania. One came from Rhode Island. Several came from New York. Some of us are like East Orange, Newark, and stuff like that. So it's actually really interesting where everybody comes from, how far they get here and stuff, especially rehearsals, because we will have to wait for them to get there.
Yeah.
So we would just either skip over that part or just someone else would read their lines.
Oh, they had backup actors.
Not this time. We wasn't able to find understudies for our roles. However, for the next one, we are looking for understudies. So those that are interested, I'll post a link in our bio.
Go.
And you guys can send out the headshots and stuff like that, and we'll do what we can, get you in. We had 2 students from the school that wound up being part extras in the play themselves. One was Sam. She was the young Stacy.
Mm-hmm.
And then one was the choir. I forgot her name. I forgot to say her name, but she was in the choir.
Okay. Great. It's good stuff.
Now we had a blast at this event. For those of you listening at home that don't know what we were talking about, on April 10th, the Podcast Club hosted and collaborated with Angel Street Productions to bring the play Daddy's Issues to the Mary Birch Theater at Essex. And Jerry, sitting right next to me here, was fantastic in it, in front of a bunch of other people in the production. We had a nice crowd for it. What was really cool was before the actual show, we're all hanging out in the lobby, Podcast Club, and theater club or film club are selling treats and snacks out in the hallway, and we're getting to meet everybody as they're coming in. Some of the actors are out there schmoozing with people and whatnot. And Samantha, Spice Island girl, is out there the entire time with the mic and the camera and talking to everybody. And like making it like almost like a party and not like people walking into a hallway going into a theater, It was more like the gauntlet of like, can you get past Sam without getting interviewed, But it was it was a nice vibe.
You have it, don't you?
Yeah,
it's
I got
on the thing.
Yeah. I have uploaded too. I gotta go through that, make a little compilation slide from the.
Yeah, I think it'll be good because you have when they first come in and then when they're leaving.
It was just cool, it was like Podcast Club in full effect. You were up there on stage. She was out there, talking to people, and she was, interviewing people as they came out after watching it and whatnot. But everybody was like kind of rocked. Nobody wanted to talk after it because Daddy's Issues is a deep, deep play. And it is not one where you're going to go out to dinner with other people after seeing it and go chat it up. It's more like one where you're going to think for a while and then probably go to bed after that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Trigger warning. Also, try not to bring children under the age of 13 because they will. There are some parts that are very triggering to them.
I would say children under the age of 25 probably shouldn't go into this one.
It's very a very emotionally death story. And
do you ever as when you're in a play or stuff, who the director, a young lady, she's the one that wrote the play?
yes.
What's the inspiration behind? Do you
From
know?
our own life story.
Okay, from her own life story and experiences and stuff.
Because
Okay.
her father did murder suicide with her mother when she was young, and she had to go and live with her aunt and stuff like that.
Suicide?
Murder suicide, yeah. So like some of the stories that the individual girls had
Mm-hmm.
was her own life story that she just wrote individually.
Okay.
So that's brutal, right? Wow.
And that's also why, if you notice, the guys' parts were more minuscule and smaller.
Yeah.
Because it was more focused on what she knows from experience from herself, from her point of view.
Yeah, I realized the men's section was more supportive of the husband.
That's what I took from the whole thing was like they're showing us the women's group, they're showing us the men's group. It's very clear the women are handling this a lot better than the men. the men, it was more just about like maintaining masculinity and not ever letting anybody know that you're hurt or that there's any type of wound or anything. You know, it's like, obviously that's a statement, and a rightfully one, made by your director, Denise, about men not being open with their feelings and wanting to divulge things that have happened and talk about experiences. It's true, and she highlighted it really well in that play, right?
Yeah, I really like it because the thing is, when I was looking from the outside and looking in, the men's section, I think what I get from it is the women are going through something. They're all going through something, right? And they hope for their husband to be supportive and be there for them. So the side of the husband, how I see everything, was like the women are hurting and they have their trauma, but sometimes your trauma and stuff can go over on your husband. And who is there to, sometimes your husband might not know how to deal with it, and they also might need therapy. So it's like, I see it as that way, like the husband too, because they're being your support. They got to be the man. They got to be strong. They got to be there. They got to make sure that you're okay. But all of that can become heavy too on them, and they don't know how to deal with it. And sometimes they may not say anything at all. You understand? And bottle it up inside. So the therapy for the men, it's like a two-way stream. It's how to stay strong within himself while still supporting the wife because of all the trauma and everything that they're dealing with. And then they have to inherit all of that, is how they can just not make it affect them internal. So it was very deep, but for someone, I know they showcase the woman more, but the men section, if you really look at it, the men part is very deep too, because all of that the women are letting out, the men has to deal with it and try to be there. And it's now the female can't be there for them, because once you let out your trauma, you're not going to go to your husband. How do you feel about this? Or how did it affect you and everything like that? That's not going to be really a conversation, right? Because the husband always going to put up a strong face and everything and making sure the wife all right. But then they're left with that. Mm-hmm. Does that look at it that way? Is it?
Yeah, basically.
She's not wrong.
Not wrong at all.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. The first time when I read the script, I got the script. I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, it's interesting. All right, okay, nice. Then I went to the first rehearsal, and we started doing the monologues. I was just like, oh, I didn't understand it like that. Okay. And then we actually started working on character development, and now that's how like each character got it to their point. That's why some of them were screaming and yelling. We did that in rehearsal. The first time I heard the one that got snatched, when she first did it, it wasn't snatched. She just outright did it, and honestly, it spooked me a little bit, because I was like, yeah, no, that's how that would go. That normally is how it would go. And the little ad libs and stuff like that we added, it was added throughout the show to make it more in depth.
Okay.
Subject matter of a play like this would usually scare most like budding actors away. You saw this and you said to yourself, I'm doing it. What was important to you about doing this? Even though as crazy and as like violent or, you know, as sensitive, I'll say, the subject matter of this play can be, what about it made you say this is important for me to do this, besides getting your acting career off the ground, Jerry?
The relatability of it.
Okay.
Because each story someone relates to. And it's each story I know someone like that. And the message at the end of learning how to accept, forgive, not only yourself, but the people that done it to you. I'm still trying to get over that part. There's still some things I gotta forgive myself for, and there's still some things I gotta forgive others for. So that message really does. Every time, like at the end when she does a little speech, it does. I think about like, who am I forgiving? What am I forgiving? Why am I forgiving them? And is it okay for me to forgive?
It's like really deep stuff for dudes to think about and say, good job, Jerry.
It's true, because I didn't. I mean, the last part when she was doing the speech and stuff, I think that's when I ended up walking out and stuff, just to make sure that I'm able to get the people once it's finished. But the journal part that she said and everything, I caught that part. Wrote down a few stuff and things like that. But the message itself at the end, it's true what she said. You know, we ask God to forgive us for certain things, and He always forgive us. So why can't we forgive? But as human, I think wounds like those are very hard to forgive and very hard to erase. Especially one of the ladies, the first one that she got pregnant by her dad.
Yeah.
She had her dad. That's something that is very hard to forgive because you have a child, and each time you look at your child, even when you try to bury the trauma, it's a reflection of the trauma that you face. But then you still have to love that child because that's your child, right? So it's like things like that is very hard. But then forgiveness does help you to not hold so much resentment. But I feel like it's still very hard because even when you think you forgive, something may trigger. If the person is still alive, they may re-trigger you back in certain way. So it's definitely touching, and forgiveness definitely would takes time and stuff. Just gotta pray on it and just try to move on within yourself. But you don't have to talk to your abuser if you don't want to.
One thing that I always talk about, especially on my podcast, is mental health awareness and how it's okay not to be okay. So
Yeah, it's okay not to be okay.
you can't stay down. You can get down all you want to. Life gets you sometimes. Life's got hands sometimes, and sometimes you gotta sit down and take that hit. But don't stay down. Don't let it control you. If anything, use it as motivation to get back up. Because who are they disrespecting? What you mean? What you mean I can't do this? What you mean I'm sad? Who? Me? Nah, not big dog. Not top dog.
Oh,
You gotta fight back sometimes.
I like what you say. If you down, don't stay down, and that's for sure. Because if you let yourself stay down, just like on Black Friday at Walmart, people will start trampling all over your back. So you need to take time for you. It's the truth. Be down, do what you got to do, but then rise, reclaim, and what's the third R saying? Redefine yourself.
Rise, reclaim, redefine.
Oh.
It's hard. Listen, it's hard, okay? But it's hard, one step at a time. And I think the play within itself, it will help people maybe to own their story, own things that happen to them, because many people hasn't accepted. They just live in it, or they just buried it and don't talk about it. Some people is ashamed to talk about things, to talk about it. But life is just always so funny that the victim are the one that's scared, and the one that do the damage, they're the one that's just maybe they're so freely, right? You wonder to yourself, do they think about these things? Do they think about what they did? Like, is it eating them up? Like, what's happening? But then you as a victim, you're still feeling so scared to the point to where you still haven't found your voice to talk about the things that you have went through, talk about the things that affected you, because you feel so shame within yourself. So I'm so glad that the director, she was able to use what she went through as a story. Everything. The play, it's her voice within itself, and that's her story, right? But many of us, many people that was abused, hasn't been able to reach that place, because while I was listening to those lady, it's very hard to speak about those things because it makes you hangry, right? And it's like when it makes you hangry, it makes you want to do. That's what the girl says. She hate her dad. She will kill him. You know what I'm saying? But you have to really reach that part. But it does take time. And we're in April. May, I think, May is Sexual Assault
Awareness Month. Yep.
Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And I'm gonna be a part of the alumni. I'm gonna be a part of their mentorship program and stuff.
Okay.
So if I'm gonna be here because of graduation and everything that we're doing and stuff, but I myself think about, because in my community, and I don't know if it's in the US, but in my community, in Jamaica, there's a lot of boys and girls that was molested, has been violated, right? And many people, they suppress their voice because they feel like no one is gonna really hear, listen, and there's not a safe space. They may feel judged or things like that, and it so sometimes happen to where you is the victim, but then when you finally speak up, maybe it's 10, 20 years later, they'll be like, why did you stay silent? Not understanding that the reason why certain men and even women, because women molest young boys too, and that's not looked at. But the reason why so many young girls and boys keep quiet is because the older men prey on them because they know that they're gonna stay quiet. It's like you feel
Listen to
like
the adults. They just don't talk, don't speak.
don't talk, don't
Keep this to a
speak,
secret.
yeah, and stuff. Or they feel like they're gonna get in trouble. You understand? And then they just end up growing with that pain until they become older. And that's when they sit down and reflect and stuff. But I tell you this much: by the end of 2026, some people is going to jail.
Better
We're
be.
looking at that certain files that starts with the E, ends with an N.
I'm not talking about the M-stand file. I'm talking about in reality. I'm talking about my reality. I'm talking about many other women and men reality. 2026, 2027, I think, as what your director did, she was a voice, and her voice can motivate somebody else to speak up with their story, because it's never too late for anything, never too late to confront anyone, and never too late to speak your truth. You understand? I was abused, right, at a younger age, something I never talk about. My mom don't know about it, but I know the day that I actually talk about what happened, it might be the day that she goes to her grave, because she's not going to believe what happened. Why I stay silent? I don't know why I stay silent, right? It's because older men, they prey on you, and it's like you lose your voice, you lose every single thing. You understand? That makes you very scared to talk about certain things. But when you get older, you find the courage and everything in knowing that it's my story. You don't care who it's going to affect, because this happened to you. And the more you live with it, it's still eating you alive. So in order to forgive, you really have to share your story and talk about it. And that's if you want to forgive them. You just have to wish them luck and just let them go. And that's how I see it. Mm-hmm.
That's definitely how it goes.
Sure.
Well, that was a heavy topic.
This was a heavy one, Jerry.
Normally, our pod chats are very fun and adventurous, but today we had to be a little bit serious because the adults are talking.
What are we supposed to call this one? The Daddy's Issues Review? Never talk about the title of an episode on the episode.
I don't know. You know what? We're gonna leave it unblink and then have the comments.
What are we gonna call it?
Have the comments choose the best comment. There's a lot of things that has happened this semester, and there's a lot of things that's gonna happen in future semesters. We at Podcast Club have done a lot of things. We here are family. We could have done nothing without Mr. Odd. Very supportive, very gracious, very helpful in every way possible.
That's a Mariah Carey note.
I'll take that with me forever. And the two of these people that I'm sitting with here are like friends, and I don't know anybody like Jerry outside of here. I don't know anybody like Sam outside of here. So you guys are one-on-ones in my book,
Appreciate you.
Always.
Now, we know that Sam is graduating, and she's going to have her little last-minute graduating interviews.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Where's the bam, bam, bam? Hit that one off. There we go. That's the one we wanted.
Graduating, yeah.
Graduation.
So, everybody clock in with Sam, stay in your lanes, because she's doing graduation interviews, as well as her doing
Yes,
picture
and I
shoot.
have to actually go down on these people because it's so funny. I don't know why people are so scared. As I'm telling you, like, people are scared to talk about themselves. People are scared to share things and stuff. So I've been promoting, been giving out flyers and things like that. And they're like, what I'm gonna talk about? I'm like, you're graduating, it's your story. What do you mean by what you're gonna talk about? Like, don't be scared. Like, come to the mic. Like, share what's going on. But I did my first one last week, and hopefully this week I was hoping to do more. Hopefully next week I'm able to get more student in leading up to next month. And yeah, I would love to hear a lot of more stories. So Jerry, if you have anyone in your class that's graduated, let them know about it. In the bottom is where they can send me their availability.
Okay. And then I know that Mr. Ott has some things that he's working on with student life for the next couple of weeks, months.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we got summer 1 coming up, summer 2. We're still working on all the planning for all that, but May is our big graduation push. So the whole next month is going to be all kind of graduation. It's going to be graduation related activities, and we got to make sure everyone's got cap and gowns, photos, rings, graduation rehearsal, awards night, the actual commencement ceremony itself, the party that we have here at the college after that. There's a lot of stuff going on. So
it's a lot.
Oh, I gotta buy my ring.
And then for me, let's see, I'll be running for SGA president.
Hello.
Oh, you're ready?
Yeah, I decided to, because everybody keep pushing me and I keep getting signed. So I guess it's time for me to do that and step up and take a lead. And then I'm also going to be trying to work with Podcast Club and other clubs as well to start doing events starting in the summer, going on for next semester.
Nice.
And we're going to try to bring people in. We're going to try to do more interviews. Like I said, I got Daddy's Issues cast. I got the SAC, which is the athletic department's committee. I got them. I'm in talks with doing. I have like 2 or 3 more actors that one of them's a child actor that I'm gonna have come up here and talk about their experience and stuff like that. And we're gonna try to make more connections and get the word out there. Essex County College, the place to be.
Love it.
Love
it. Yeah, you should run for president.
Yeah.
Of the United States.
No.
Oh.
No, that's too much responsibility. I'm good then.
I'd vote for you.
Nah, I'll pass. All right. Any last messages, words of advice, segments?
Come to the mic. Come share your story, okay? I'm here.
Come to the mic.
Come to the mic.
Realistically, if you graduating, come talk to Sam on the mic. Come drop an episode. Let everybody know about your time in Essex. Tell them how much fun you had here. Tell them about all the crazy stuff you did. And that's it. And make yourself a nice souvenir.
Yes. Wait, I got to buy. Where do I buy a ring?
All right. The class rings will be on sale at the Clara Dasher Student Center from, God bless us if my memory works, from May 11th to the Friday of that week, 15th, from May 11th to May 15th, from 10 a.m. to like 6 p.m. I'm going to give you more info on this. The rings are from the 11th to the 13th. The photos are from the 11th to the 15th. There'll be graphics going out, all that good stuff. But second week of May, Dasher Student Center, all that stuff.
I'm about to take my picture. I'm going to be bald, same as though when I first entered Essex County. I mean, when I first entered, I had my afro. But, yeah, I'm going to be bald-headed. I was going to do a bust down, and I'm like, no, I'm going to do bald blonde.
My wish for you is that you came here with a cast on, that you leave here with no cast on. Keep them feet safe the next 2 months, please. You're walking across that stage with 2 regular feet, no cast on, please.
Oh, my God.
They ain't even wood. I'm trying to knock on something wood. This table is like
no cast, please. I need 2026 to be no cast. 2025, I didn't have no cast.
No cast.
No, 2025, I had cast on. I cannot go through. I've been wearing cast since 2022. Oh, my God. Now that you mentioned that. 2025, I had cast on because I went to Bloomberg in May of last year, May the 3rd, and I fractured my right foot. I fractured my left foot. And I was in a boot. Oh, my days. Yeah, 2026. Please, Lord, let me make sure I walk good. No cast. I don't need no cast. I don't need no.
We want less casting for Sam. We want more casting for Jerry.
Yes.
Way. What are you eating? Cheetos out of your bag? What do you got?
No. I'm getting a pen out.
Huh.
It's time. I had to go to SGA meeting because let's wait for that. But guys, even with everything going on, and especially because of this month, just make sure that you're staying safe, hydrated, and sane. Try not to get too demoralized or desensitized with what's going on and everything. Look out. It's okay not to be okay. And try to forgive yourself, even if you can't forgive others. We are Podcast Club is always here. We are your source of news and entertainment. And we will all catch you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. Jerry signing out.
sound so low, but I'm signing out right now. I gotta get my capstone done so I can graduate. Otherwise, I'ma be here and it can be late.
Signing out, and I think I gotta pee. What? I'm going to the bathroom, and I hope I'm gonna leave some. What?
Bye, guys.
Bye.
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.